Yeah, mind your business. Talking to myself. A shameless plug for a local radio station around here. It's not shameless. I feel no shame. Oh yeah, so it's shameless. Shameless. I feel no shame. Hey. Very nice. That's a very nice. Anyway, there's a college radio station in our area. I live just outside of Boston, called WERS. Or WERS, Rockers, certain times a day. It's a very eclectic college radio station. So I've been listening to it for years. And I'll just tell you a couple things I like about this local radio station. First of all, it's a local radio station. And, well, you can't beat a local radio station. You already know I have an affinity for, although I can never seem to catch their program, but Jim Browdy and Marjorie Egan have a really terrific show here in Boston. But WERS, I get to work pretty early. You know, I pretty much beat the sun up. I don't beat this. I would never attempt to beat the sun up. Actually, I'm going to turn up here. The morning DJ is George Knight, and he's. I'll say this about him: George Knight, the morning DJ, not obnoxious. How many morning DJs can you say that about? And usually very well informed. He does have a predisposition towards the voice of Chrissy Hines of the Pretenders, and there are a few other. You'll hear a fair number of Smith songs, but aside from that, a pretty eclectic mix of music played by Ola George Knight there, and he is enjoyable to listen to. He's got, some facts he'll whip out here and there, and at first I was like, oh, here we go, checking Wikipedia, are we? And then, my cynical nature got tired and went to bed, and I was like, here's a guy who really, really appears to love music, and it's infectious. So hi, how you doing? I do exist. I'm not stopping for her because there's a car behind me. And so when you're in traffic on a motorcycle, it is not always safe to do the polite thing or the kind thing. So the kind thing or polite thing would have been to stop and let her go. But if I did that and the Acura behind me was on the cell phone, and I would end up with a new rear fender or worse. So we also have to look for how many people go through the red lights here too. All right. And George Knight has some, young people. It's Emerson College radio. I don't think I actually said that out loud. I only said it in my head. Emerson College radio. And college students come on and do the weather and the news. And there are college DJs as well. And so George Knight, I don't really know what his role is at the school. I could probably look it up, but I probably won't. But I could. There's a Weimaraner. Very cute. We like Weimaraners in our family. But WERS, when you listen to it, you're going to hear, right, popular indie, whatever, blah, blah, blah in the morning, which it's too early for me to care. And then they move into other stuff, and I'm not listening to them. But at night, they used to have a reggae program that would take me through my ride home at one of my jobs. I enjoyed the reggae, and they had something called the secret spot. And the secret spot was those R&B songs that really hit the spot certain nights. And that's where you hear something like David Ruffin, Statue of a Fool, Name It After Me, and all this, and other you're gonna hear just OJ's, Boys to Men stuff, stuff that's really gonna get you in the R&B sort of mood. So that's pretty cool. What's up, buddy? I think I know that kid. I think he was one of my campers on one of my other jobs in the past. What else do they have? They have a thing called the Playground on the weekends, which is a bunch of kids music. And I've got kids now, and I learned about a lot of good kids artists from the Playground. They have one called Standing Room Only. That's a show. It's all like show tunes and stuff. That's hit or miss for me. Yeah, like I said, I don't listen to a lot of radio, and I like my metal, and I like my Typo Negative, and I like my Envy of None, and I like, you know, I get stuck in my bands. Tragically Hip, obviously, all the Canadian bands, Rush. But yeah, but if you know, as far as local radio and college radio goes, it does not get better than WERS 88.9 down here. And so I appreciate what they do, so I thought I'd give them a shout out. And now that I've done that, I'm going to let you go. Alright guys, Matt the Greeter, I care about you. I'm not going to crash on the soft sand, so I'll let you go. Bye!